is, this is quick. I'm gonna get one of these, honestly. What a machine. I mean, sing for me, sing for me. Hello folks and welcome, and if my calculations are correct, this is the first video of the new year, so Happy New Year everybody. And I'm down here at LLF Games, been doing the ads for Ricky, so in case you haven't seen that, go check that out. And he's got in this, an Audi B7 RS4, one of my favourite cars, and you can win this for just $199 on the LLF Games, so go check that out in the descriptions down below. Now, I've been wanting to shoot an RS4 for a very, very long time. I've driven loads of these, and in my opinion, this is the best driving Audi barring the R8, especially in this generation. So this car was introduced in 2006, and they made a couple of radicalised changes. For starters, the engine was pushed a little bit further back for better handling. The four-wheel drive system, instead of having the typical 40-60 split, it was 20-80, and it wouldn't send any more than 30% to the front, or at times 50-50. But this one hasn't just got your normal 4.2 litre naturally aspirated V8. Under the bonnet sits something quite special. In fact, I'm going to show it to you. Yes, it's got a PES Supercharger. That paired with an MRC tune, this car's pushing out 530 horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque. So we're going to see what this car is like to drive. It's also got a couple of other nice optional extras. It hasn't got the wing-back seats, I know, but bear with me, because down here, a very, very rare option on B7 RS4s, it's got the optional carbon ceramic brakes. Only on the front. Audi are quite thieving when it comes to that sort of things. They only give you the front. It's like the same on the new RS3. You can get these in either a convertible or an estate or a saloon. I'm a big estate guy, but I think I like it the most in saloon form. I don't know what it is. It's kind of my childhood car. I never forget when Clarkson drove this up the southern France mountain road against those mountain climbers in that red RS4. But look at it. It's stunning. I mean, Audi know how to make timeless design cars, and if I'm honest, you could sell this as a brand new car today. In terms of other modifications, this one's got an upgraded exhaust and that clever dynamic ride control, which has a tedious problem for going wrong, that's been swapped out for coil-over suspension. But look at it, I just love these. I absolutely adore them. So without further ado, I think we should go for a drive. In fact, let's do that. Oh, RS4. Oh, I can't tell you how nice it is to be in a B7 Audi RS4. I mean, even sitting inside this car's the best part. 17 years old, and it still feels as modern and as tight as a drum. I mean, this infamous flat bottom steering wheel, which is comes straight lifted off the Lamborghini Gallardo, which is really, really cool. Obviously, this car hasn't got the wing-back seats, but then in some respects, you do gain a bit of legroom in the back, which is cool if you're a family man with growing kids. So, supercharged, as you know, this car's got the DRC delete. That was that clever tech that Audi used to put in that and the C5 RS6 to eliminate body roll, but when they get a bit older, they can become quite expensive to replace. So this one's got just normal coil suspension, 4.2 litre V8, supercharged, and what's nice about it is it still feels like an A4. And I'll be honest with you, I'll make a confession, this is my kind of car. I love it. Big four-door saloons. I mean, this one isn't big, it's more like a compact saloon. Just love them, and this one just, you know, with its flared arches, its lovely bulldog front nose, it's mega. The problem I have with Audis is they look like drivers' cars, but they always let you down. And the B7 RS4 is probably the best of all of the iterations of RS4, and I'm including the new one. And isn't it nice to just have a manual gearbox? You know, in a world of 8-speed ZFs, the fact that I can blip down the gears and just even just pottering around now at 50 mile an hour down a B road is a joy. It rides well, it sits well. You know, this is what I call tastefully modified. No BS here. Anyway, let me stop talking and give it some. Third gear, 4,000 RPM. Bloody hell, you don't expect that. Usually with the naturally aspirated engine, nothing much happens till about 6, and it's got a red line of 8,000, but this one, oh, wow. Can you hear that whine? My only criticism is, I want to hear a little bit more of it. I mean, listen to this. Bloody hell. Jeez, that is quick. That is really quick. And unlike other superchargers where you get all the torque low down and it sort of tails off at the top end, this one just wants to pull. Oh, and what's nice is the steering's lovely. It's not overly assisted. I've got some feedback on what the front end's doing. Oh, yes, yes. I'm a bit biased towards these B7 RS4s, but it just feels great. Wow. This is quick. This is quick. I seem to be in a world of where I can't keep up with horsepower figures, because to me 400 horsepower is still plentiful for road use. But then I went to a couple of car meets a couple of weeks back, and I've been talking to people and they're going, oh yeah, you know, we was on about, you know, the M140i, and they're going, oh yeah, it's only got 420. I'm thinking, what are you on about, 420? We seem to be in a world now where everybody's just obsessed with horsepower. I find it quite annoying because you can't use all of it all of the time. But this one with 532 does spice up the RS4 experience, because I think the performance from the standard B7 RS4 is pretty good out of the box. But if you're that sort of person that has got a bit of an ego problem and doesn't want to get thrashed by a Golf R in a straight line, i.e. Abdul and Imran from Bradford, oh bro, it's not that quick, my Golf R's quicker than that. Well, this PES Supercharger one does spice it up. I mean, look, it just pulls all the way to the red line, and the performance is mega. I bet if you launched this car and you launched it well, which is a bit tricky with a manual gearbox and four-wheel drive, I reckon it'll do 3 and a bit seconds to 60. No question about it. But the mid-range has just totally transformed this car. I mean, look, 4,000 RPM, it's just pulling. It's mental. It's a bit frantic, and isn't it nice to just be in a car with a V8 with a manual gearbox? I mean, this one, it's not got an upgraded short shift, and to be honest with you, it doesn't need it, because oh god, and you can hear that supercharged whining, and when you stick it into a bend, oh god, I love this car. I mean, it's a bit wet today, it's a bit greasy, and the all-wheel drive system, yes, it's sending power a little bit to the rear, but god, I love this thing. What a car. Oh, I'm so gassed I'm in a B7 RS4. So you can pick these up for around, well, I've seen them as low as 13 grand. That one's a bit of a rough one, and they go all the way up to 20, subject to whether you go for a saloon, an estate, or a convertible. The estates are a little bit more desirable. Even though I do love wagons, I think I'd go for the saloon. There's just something quite DTM-like about it. It's just mega. But listen to this. I'm just going to shut up and just listen to this V8. This is fast. This is seriously fast. I mean, yeah. If you ask me, I'm definitely an OEM man. I'm the sort of guy that just, you know, does braided lines, spice up the chassis a little bit. But with this supercharger, it wakes up the chassis, seriously, because you've got all that torque low down, 590 pounds-feet, and it's instant, unlike a turbocharger, which means that it just makes it that little bit more exciting. Is it undrivable? Does it feel a bit too fast? Well, no, not necessarily, because you can, you know, you can still work that manual gearbox. The ratios aren't too long as well. And listen to that whine. If it was my car, I'd upgrade the induction kit just to get a little bit more of that supercharger whine. It just adds a bit more excitement to it. I told you this thing oversteers. This is a... Oh, I'm going to get one of these, honestly. What a machine. I mean, sing for me, sing for me. Oh. I'm sorry, but if you don't find these cars exciting, then you're a idiot, honestly. You are a moron. In fact, I'll go 1/3. You're a... Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I've driven some exciting cars and I've been lucky enough to drive a lot of things. But this, oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It looks great. It sounds good. Even potting around town, there's just a vibe to this car. You just adore it. You just absolutely adore it. God, mental, absolutely mental. I mean, just listen to it again. Oh. It's brilliant, and it stops well because it's got carbon ceramic brakes. Oh, I've got to let this sing. Come on, baby, sing for me. Sing, sing. Oh, oh, oh my goodness, that is very fast. That is 60. Brilliant car. Whoever wins this, please cherish it because it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And this with the Supercharger only dominates and makes the driving experience that little bit more exciting. So yeah, first video of the year. There might not be that much this month in January. There might be a few later on. I will do my absolute best to upload a bit more. But look, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the B7 RS4, and until next time, folks, see you later.